Thank you for tuning in to Homeschool Homesteaders. Today we're going to talk about growing beets. On the plant hardiness zone, I live in the state of Minnesota, zones 4 or 3, and obviously the dot is bigger for privacy reasons. They are very simple to grow, maybe 3 out of 10. The ideal growing temps will be somewhere from 50 to 80 Fahrenheit. They can handle repeatedly light frosts, and high temps are not very good. So if you live down south, shade. Beets are very healthy, so I'll probably give them 7 out of 10. So learn to love these veggies if you don't. In my home state, probably mid-May, May 15th, here are the seeds, and this is how you plant them. You plant them anywhere from ½ inch to 1 inch deep and 3 to 4 inches apart. Maybe 2 weeks later, this is what you will get. They look funny at first, and don't try to pull them as weeds. Know how they look in their baby stages. Let's fast forward to July 4th, which is 45 days later, and check out my first harvest. So as we dig around the luscious green leaves, let's pull out a few beets so you guys could see how they look like. So here I'm holding up one beet for you guys to see how they look like. And the recipes that I use beets for, they're pretty much chopped up, so I don't care about the size of my beets. You could always fertilize, put some chemicals and make them big, but who cares? I don't care what size my beets are. The green parts, never throw out the green parts because the chickens will love them. Also, here is a clip of how the beets, your garden will look in the summer, because I will show you a fall crop. And so you get more green in the early part of the summer as opposed to the fall. And so here, like I said, small, I don't care. So this is the first batch of harvest around July 4th. I'm spraying them down with the hose and can't wait to cook them. And so once again, I'm holding them up so you guys could see the size. And like I said, the green parts, the chickens love them. Never throw out the green parts. And you keep coming back every couple of days and pull out more beets. Notice you'll have different sizes. And who cares? That's what you want. Here we have a bolted beet. Usually this happens when you have high temps. I don't know how people down south grow beets, but here in Minnesota, summer hits and they bolt. And obviously the fruit is very small. Pop quiz. What is one of the millions of ways to make gardening fun? By trying new recipes with the food you grow. Unfortunately, there are not many recipes for beets on the web. Now, due to my background and my wife's background, my wife is Ukrainian, we do a lot of beets and we eat a lot of beets in the Eastern European cuisine. This is probably the most famous recipe using beets, called borscht. My wife makes borscht every other week, and all my kids consider borscht their favorite food. Now, there are plenty of videos on YouTube on how to make borscht, but in case you never heard about it, the main ingredients will be cabbage, potatoes, carrots, onions, bell peppers, and the main ingredient is, of course, beets. And you get a very healthy, delicious soup that looks like this. I like sour cream and dill on mine. Next, I will show you a recipe for shuba, something we make all the time, Russian winter salad. Technically, you need fish called herring, which nobody sells around here, so we use salmon gravlax. You then take a boiled potato with the skin on, you peel the skin, you chop up the potato, and you spread it over the salmon gravlax. You do the same thing to a carrot, boil it, peel it, chop it up, sprinkle it over the potatoes. Then you take a hard-boiled egg, chop it up, sprinkle it, and finally cook shredded beets and spread the shredded beets over the salad. And finally, you take some mayo, spread it around, Put the salad in the fridge, and after about 3-4 hours, the mayo will obtain this beautiful purple color. Sprinkle some dill, also from my garden. And like I said, the salad is very delicious. We make it all the time. Take a plate, eat it with some good rye bread. It's very delicious, filling salad. Mid-August, you plant the second batch. Once again, the same seed packet. The seeds are very small. You could probably just buy one seed and split the seed packet in two. But the heat is unpredictable, so this is why there's a slow growth in August. So maybe I should have waited till September. If you're wondering why there's a lot of bare patches, because a rabbit came and ate the tops of some of the plants. However, I will fast forward about 50 days later, and despite the high temps we have, look how droopy the leaves are and how wilted they are. So here we're going to zoom in. Hopefully I'll have a harvest, which I will. Now I'm just going to pull random beets for you guys to see, but I just want to say that we had an extremely hot fall. So temperatures were above normal. And in the past, I had no problems planting in August, but in 2020, like I said, the temperatures were really hot, so I should have planted September, and maybe next year I will plant in September. But look at the plants, they're kind of wilted. The dirt is sandy, very hot, like just baked sand. And technically you will want slightly acidic soil, but like I said, the temperatures were very high, the leaves are wilted, and I still had quite a decent crop. And the recipes that I use beets for, they're chopped up, so I don't care about the size.